You're listening to the Hero's Quest podcast, your source for creating the hero mindset and abandoning the victim mentality. I'm your host and life coach, Tim Holloway. Join me on the quest to unlock your inner hero and take responsibility for your life.
Around 2 years ago, I discovered that life was just happening to me. And that I went throughout at least a decade not really being that intentional on creating the life that I wanted. And so I really had no one to blame but myself, and I couldn't complain about my situation because I was set on some sort of default. Like not living intentionally, not pursuing a certain goal, not aiming for a certain target, and just taking whatever kind of comes your way. And so what I was doing is just accepting my future. And I wasn't taking the initiative to create the actual life that I wanted. And one of the main hero mindsets is this. It's taking the initiative and the responsibility that I will create my own future and I will control the things that I can control. And it all starts with trusting yourself in your own power. You see, you have to believe that you have the ability to create the life that you want before you even set out and pursue it. You got to believe in your heart that you are able and willing and able to do something about it. And it all starts with not settling. It starts with being uncomfortable. It starts with frustration, discontentment, dissatisfaction. And all of these emotions begin to communicate to us that something is wrong and that something needs to change. And what often happens is people begin to mask that with alcohol and with drugs and addictions and other things, not understanding that those emotions are almost like a mama bird getting the baby bird ready to get out of the nest. And it's uncomfortable and it's painful and we're going through it. But instead of masking it, we need to own it. Not only own it, but find out the awareness. What exactly is taking place in me right now that's got me so dissatisfied and frustrated, so you can begin to do something about it. You see, masking those emotions and masking those pains with addictions, that's easy. Anybody could do that. But it's actually interpreting your emotions and stepping out and begin to be your own hero and saying, you know what, I'm not going to settle. I am frustrated because my life sucks. These are the choices that I've made and these are the results that I'm getting, and I do not like it anymore. And it should rise up within you a feeling of, you know what, I'm not going to settle any longer. I'm not going to continue to be dissatisfied and frustrated all the time. And then what needs to take place is that you begin to see the future that you want. You can actually visualize it. You can communicate it, write it down, make it plain, make it simple, and begin to think, what is the preferred future that I would like to have? And this is where you begin to consider the possibilities. That the possibilities of your potential are endless, are through the roof, but maybe you just haven't seen how great your abilities and your potentials are. And as we consider those possibilities, we got to consider, is it even possible for us? Because this is not some pipe dream. This is not, I'm going to be, I'm 36 years old and, I'm going to be the president or something. That's not even, within my realm of influence or capabilities right now. Dream as big as you can, but this ain't a time for fairy tales. This is a time for you to map out what you really, really want in your life. Consider what's possible for you. And as you go through this, begin to focus mainly on who you want to become. You see, this is far more important than where you want to be and what you want to be doing These are all external things. But as we begin to consider the possibilities, our preferred future, focus on who you are as a person, who you actually want to become. And I challenge you to make 10 statements that I'm the kind of person that, and whatever it is that you want to become, put that statement in there. I'm the kind of person that overcomes addiction. I'm the kind of person that triumphs over my problems. I'm the kind of person that doesn't give up. I'm the kind of person that receives or goes after a career that is passionate for me. I'm the kind of person who loves deeply. And whatever it is for you, begin to rehearse those things. Focus on who you want to become. Next is to consider your resources, and that is to fully identify your strengths. There are so many things that you are good at, and as you begin to analyze your assets, you begin to see all the areas in which you are very strong in. These are your resources to achieve the desired future that you want. You need to make sure that you create a plan to utilize those resources. And I couldn't talk about this without talking about this certain subject. Ignore the haters. Who gives a shit what other people think about you? Especially when you begin to change. People don't know how to handle you. When you become assertive, the old people that you begin to hang around is like, oh my God, he's an asshole, or this and that and the other thing. When you are just trying to create a win-win now and stop being a loser. And so ignore the haters. If they don't see the positive change that's taken place in your life, they can move on. Ignore the haters. Be clear about what you are creating. After you begin to visualize it, just make it plain. Be very clear. And lastly is this most important thing. It is to align your time and your effort into achieving your preferred future. It's called reverse engineering. It's seeing where you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, and then reverse engineering that to say, to be able to get where I want to be in 3 months or 6 months, I need to do this every month. I need to do this every week. I need to do this every single day. And you're making your action plan so concrete that it's going to be hard for you not to achieve the desired future that you want. The only way that you won't achieve it is if you give up, or if the method that you're using isn't quite working and you're not willing to try a different method. These are the only ways of failure. As you go along, if you don't find success, you change the method, tweak the method a little bit, find out what works. But whatever you do, don't stop along the way. The reason why people don't reach their destination is because they get sidetracked on the way to it. Don't let that be you today. I'm going to leave you with this. I will be honorable. I will be empowered. I will be resilient, and I will take ownership for my life. Below, you'll find the blueprint for success. I challenge you to click on that link and download that. This is our free gift to you. And remember, be your own hero and join us at wakethehero.com.
Hold up.